The college football experience, TCU Horned Frogs at the Colorado Buffaloes. Friday night game preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. Bet $100 at WynnBET and get $100 free bet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. We're also brought to you by SGPN Fantasy. Yes, dominate your draft with the free SGPN draft kit. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/draft kit. And the free roll football contest is back and it's better than ever. $5,000 is up for grabs in our NFL contest, and $1,500 is also up for grabs in our brand new college football contest. Sign up exclusively in our Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/discord. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/discord.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. TCU Horned Frogs at the Colorado Buffaloes. Oh man, this game is gonna be awesome. This is the game preview, and my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Friday night, ESPN, the Buffaloes, the Horned Frogs. Could this be a future Big 12 matchup? You've heard the news, the speculation happening right now. Could the Pac-12 fold? Will teams go to the Big 10? Will the rest go to the Big 12 and become the Big 20? I don't know. But I am shocked that this is the first matchup that's ever happened between the two schools, considering their history. I mean, TCU's been naming college football since Slinging Sammy Ball. All right. Colorado had Byron the Wizard White back in the day. So, surprise there, but this game should be fantastic. You got so many storylines here. Let's start, Sonny Dykes, year one. Interesting hire. They almost hired Deion Sanders. You got to think, after passing on Deion and then seeing him land the top recruit in the nation, they might have been like, maybe we made a mistake. Who knows? We will see. But Sonny Dykes, his dad, Spike Dykes, legendary Texas Tech head coach. A lot of speculation was that Texas Tech was going to hire Sonny Dykes because TCU's rivals in the Iron Skillet Bowl is the SMU Mustangs. So a lot of bad blood there as they hire Sonny Dykes away from SMU. SMU fans not happy with that. And the exit of Gary Patterson. Let's talk about that. This is a guy that's got a statue of himself at the stadium there, at the campus. And, from what I understand, that was an ugly exit. It wasn't as, I think when it initially happened, people thought, he wanted to get away. No, from what I understand, it was not a pretty situation there as Gary Patterson moves along. So you lose the face of the program, who's been the absolute symbol of stability for TCU, and you bring in Sonny Dykes, a guy that, yes, he has had success at the Group of 5 level, but he's never won conference championships. SMU was never in that mix, really. Yes, they were making bowls, even back to his Louisiana Tech days. Did they make bowls? Yes, but as far as I can recall, I don't remember them being in contention. And when he was at Cal, let's be honest, he had an all right year. But I think you can make the case that he underachieved at Cal, considering what Jeff Tedford had that program at right before him. So I thought it was an interesting hire. It doesn't mean it's not going to work out. I think he, air raid Mike Leach guy that has success in the past, especially in the Big 12. But you got game 1 going on the road in a place that TCU's never played at before. So, do I need to mention the elevation factors? So that is interesting, and I know Sonny Dykes has said that 3 quarterbacks might play in this game. That was a bit concerning, as Chandler Morris and Max Duggan have been battling out. But I was surprised that I guess Sam Jackson might be in the mix there. I think I have some type of Samuel Jackson quote on here thing. I don't know. It's somewhere on the board here, but that was surprising to me, that 3 quarterbacks might get burned, and maybe that's just bullshit. He's just saying that to get Karl Dorrell off of, but those storylines right there, absolutely gigantic. Then you shift to the Rocky Mountains and you talk Colorado football, an absolute mass exodus in the transfer portal. And Karl Dorrell had his first losing season with Colorado last year. He had some unfortunate luck right before the season opener when their starting quarterback I believe Torres ACL was out for the year, and they had and they also lost their veteran to Oregon State, who transferred because he thought he was going to be the backup. So they were forced to start freshman Brendan Lewis. Even with that, they won 4 games, I believe, but they almost knocked off Texas A&M in the season opener I guess what was that? The season? No, it was week 2 in Denver. That was not played in Boulder. That was played in Denver, and they were winning in that game. I want to say for about 59 minutes. That will be interesting to see. Can Karl Dorrell? Because I'll tell you this: if he has a bad year this year, you got to think that seat might get hot. They lost a ton of players in the portal, and that's really the concerning thing. Jarek Broussard, who was Pac-12 Player of the Year a couple years ago, he's now at Michigan State. You look around, Brendan Rice, son of Jerry Rice, he's now at USC. Starting wideout, the second starting wideout, Dimitri Stanley, who's the son of former Green Bay Packer Walter Stanley. He's now at Iowa State. Levante Chenault, who's the brother of Laviska Chenault, he's now at Alabama State. They lost Chris Carpenter to UTSA, another wideout. They got absolutely raided, and then that's just the offense. They lost a tight end too, I think, to Arkansas State, I believe, if memory serves me correct. But then the defensive side of the ball, absolutely raided as well. You look around the secondary, which I think will be an X factor in this game, considering that Sonny Dykes runs the air raid, and they only return 1 guy in the secondary. They lost their other 3, and the other 3 are starters. One of them's at TCU, safety Mark Perry. They lost cornerback Christian Gonzalez, who's penciled in as a starter with the Oregon Ducks, and Mekhi Blackman, who's penciled in as a starter at USC. So absolutely destroyed on the portal front, but they brought in some guys late. Maybe that could make a difference. Let's hop into it. This is going to be fantastic to talk Buffs and Horned Frogs, 2 great mascots. But first, I want to tell you that the college football experience is brought to you by WinBet. Bet $100 at WinBet and get a $100 free bet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WinBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. We're also brought to you by Odds Trader. Odds Trader is a place to compare odds from all the major sports books. You can also compare the different sign-up codes and promo codes from sportsbook to sportsbook to assure that you get the best deal. The app also provides player stats, key game stats, injury reports, projected game day weather for bettors who make the most informed bets possible. It also has a bet tracker, so bettors can keep records of all the games and betting activity. I know that's huge for me. Go to oddstrader.com/Blue Wire. OddsTrader, the #1 site for all your game day bets. We're also brought to you by the FREEROLL football contest. Yes, the FREEROLL football contests are here. College football contest, $1,500 up for grabs. NFL contest, $5,000, and a 2-night stay at Wynn Las Vegas is up for grabs. Sign up exclusively in our Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. And here we go. I mean, we are back talking Buffs, Horned Frogs. Let's do a little more analysis on this roster here, because 3 quarterbacks could play. Interesting. I'm actually surprised Max Duggan's still there. If I was him, I would have transferred out of there. Pretty shocked there, because he does not strike me as an air raid quarterback. Zach Evans, the 5-star freshman, gone. He's now at Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. So, and they also struck out on Traylon Smith. They were trying to get Traylon Smith, the Arkansas transfer, ends up going to UTSA and the Roadrunners. So Kendra Miller and Amani Bailey will be the backs. It's an air raid concept though, so I don't know how much they'll commit to running, but look for them to get the rock out of the backfield often. I know Ulysses Bentley, the SMU kid last year, was pretty efficient at both. The wide receiver position looks pretty strong though, with Tay Barber, Quentin Johnson, and Quincy Brown back, as well as the freshman Jordan Hudson in the mix. They also bring in Jared Wiley, a tight end transfer from Texas. They got 3 of 5 back on the O line, but in a way, you can kind of say 4 of 5 with center Alan Ali transferring over from SMU to TCU with Sonny Dykes. All in all, if you factor in the transfers that started elsewhere a season ago, TCU has 18 starters back, which is fantastic. Can they come together and play as one? We will see. I know that they're raving about Terrell Cooper on the D line, and that's another thing. As much as we talk about the 3 quarterbacks that could be playing for TCU, same situation in Boulder, not 3 but 2. Brendan Lewis, who started last year, and I think they're just going to go with 1. But Carl Durrell is not naming a starter. It's either him or the Tennessee transfer JT Shrout at the quarterback spot. It'll be interesting to watch that go. And remember, offensive coordinator Darren Cheverini now at UCLA. Mike Samford comes in from the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Colorado's made some bad turnovers last year in some critical spots. I do worry about TCU being able to get after I did like the hire, bringing in the DC from Tulsa. Terrell Cooper on the D line, I know had a big spring. Maybe he'll have a big game for the Horned Frogs. And then Noah Daniels is one of the best corners in the Big 12. So it's going to be interesting to see how they perhaps game plan around him. And remember, Colorado safety Mark Perry transferred in, and he's starting for TCU in this game. So this guy's going to be somewhat familiar with Carl Durrell and what the Buffs do offensively. So something to monitor there. For Colorado, they got 12 starters back, which is not great, but you got to think they're going to be better at quarterback this year. They do have a new OC, like I said, Mike Samford. The run game, I think, could be better. Alex Fontenot, senior running back, and also they bring in a freshman, Victor Venn. They did get hit in the portal. Also, Ashad Clayton left for Tulane, but I think if Fontenot can stay healthy, I think he's decent. The wide receivers, actually, I thought they did a decent job. Daniel Arias is still there, and this is a guy who pushed for starting time, even got some starts. That could work out. And then RJ Sneed comes in from Baylor, absolutely huge get. Him, Chase Penry, and their tight end who's pretty good, Brady Russell, will be in the mix. They bring back 3 of 5 on the offensive line, but you can kind of say 4 of 5 with them getting Tommy Brown, the Alabama transfer, and the defensive coordinator is Chris Wilson. I actually think he did a damn good job last year as DC. I know the numbers will not back that up, but when you consider how long his defenses were on the field, holding Texas A&M to what, 10 points, I thought he did a pretty good job. Watch out for the D line with Terrence Lang. I think Terrence Lang, one of their best defensive linemen, and I kind of like how the linebacking core is coming together. We see Nate Landman just get the Atlanta Falcons gig, or made the team with the Atlanta Falcons. And I thought, oh, we're going to be so bad. We lost him. That is a brutal loss to have on defense. But Robert Barnes played well for the Buffs last year. He was an Oklahoma transfer from the year before. They bring back Quinn Perry, and then they went out and got a late transfer in Josh Chandler from West Virginia. This guy was all second team Big 12. The linebacking core might be all right. I think I kind of like it now. The secondary is the question mark, and I think that's going to tell the tale for this game. Yes, senior safety Isaiah Lewis is back, but besides that, they're breaking in 3 guys that are all sophomores, and I think TCU is going to test this secondary with them when the air raid. Talking about corners, Kalen Moore, Nico Reed, and the safety Trevor Woods. They're going to all be extremely tested in this game, and I think if Colorado is going to be able to pull off an upset or cover this spread, you're going to look right there and see what they can do. All in all, this total is sitting there at 57.5. I do lean. I lean under. No, I don't. I lean over. We're going to get to what the actual spread has moved a lot too. So we're going to get to that. I got to get us paid one more time before we get out of here. I want to tell you that the college football experience TCU Colorado preview is brought to you by promoguy.us. Yes, for all you sports bettors out there, I want to tell you about the best way to increase your bankroll. It's called promoguy.us. I mean, you can get the biggest bonuses from all the sports books in the country. We're talking $1,000 risk-free deposits, insane odd boosts, and most importantly, the best analytics in the business, plus tons of free picks as well. Promoguy.us is your guide to betting smart. Once again, that is promoguy.us. We're also brought to you by Sleeper. Sleeper's the fastest growing fantasy platform today with millions of players. You probably already have a fantasy league on there. I know I do. And it's a game-changing product, really unlike anything else in the industry. And right now they have this brand new over/under game, which is awesome. You pick 2 or more players, and based on their over/under stat projection, you can win anywhere from 2 times to 20 times the amount of money if you hit. Perfect example. Alex Fontenot, his rush yard total is 51.5. I am taking the over on Colorado Buffalo's running back Alex Fontenot at over 51.5 rushing yards. I think they'll have a little bit of success on the ground against TCU, and I'm going to pair that with Marvin Harrison, the Ohio State Buckeyes wideout, Marvin Harrison Jr. Over 77.5 yards for the Buckeyes. That thing, I like my chances. So right now, and you could do way more than that. It doesn't matter the sport. Check it out. On your mobile phone, join our listener group on Sleeper at sleeper.com/SGP, and Sleeper will automatically match your first deposit up to $100. That's promo code SGP. Once again, sleeper.com/SGP. We're also brought to you by Run Your Pool. Run Your Pool is the home of competition, bringing sports fans and their social circles together to compete, connect, and make every game matter more. And we've teamed up with Run Your Pool to host our own SGPN NFL Survivor contest. It's free to enter, folks. What are you doing right now? Hop in, get in there. Hop in to reserve your spot. We're giving away $500 cash and a $250 gift card to the SGPN store to the winner. So sign up today at play.runyourpool.com/SGPN. That's play.runyourpool.com/SGPN. And last but not least, we're brought to you by Sling. Sling has all the biggest games on the biggest channels like ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN3, SEC Network, ACC Network, Fox, and the Big Ten Network. All for the best price. You can stream it on any device, record up to 50 hours with included DVR space. You can pause or change your service at any time. Check out sling.com for special offers. Sling, the live TV you love for a price you'll love. Try us today. All right. I am over here on WinBet currently. Wow. Seeing that Colorado line at 14. This thing opened up at 9? I feel like it's jumping around. The money line's at plus 400. Call me crazy, but I think Chris Wilson's a good defensive coordinator. I think he's going to be able to find. I know they're inexperienced in the secondary, and I know TCU is the way more talented team. But I think going on the road to Buffalo, or to the Buffaloes in Boulder, altitude could play a factor. I'm taking the points in Colorado because I think this could be a game. We saw what they did with A&M last year. They played tough with them for a long time. Yes, the wheels fell off later in the season. They had some bad losses, but brand new OC. I like how Carl Durrell had a meeting to be, and a lot of players left after this because he said when a couple players left, he said if you want to leave, you leave. And I saw Carl Durrell say that he thinks this team is better than last year's team. I know he's got to say something like that, but at the same time, I think he might be onto something there. I'm on the Buffs plus the 14 points, and you know what?
Look out, just watch him go.
I'm sprinkling some on the money line. Let's go.
Oh no, it's a guy on a buffalo.
Look, I know I like the Buffs, but I'm saying, why not? A brand new head coach, Sonny Dykes installing the air raid. I think that thing normally takes a little bit of time. You're going to go 3 different quarterbacks. The rhythm might be off. Maybe that was all bullshit, but we'll see. Give me the Buffs plus 14. I am going to sprinkle a little bit on that money line. Let's go, folks. Subscribe to the College Football Experience. Remember, we talk college football year round. We handicap every single D1 college football game that includes the FCS. Listen to our FCS show as well. So check us out, folks. Also subscribe to the College Basketball Experience because we talk college hoops year round over there. We talk college football year round over here. Excited to see KJ Simpson and the Buffs on the hardwood this winter, I should say. So check out both. We're together as one on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. Also, remember to check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. They're breaking down they did a solo podcast for all 32 NFL teams. Go listen to that Denver Broncos one. All right. Russell Wilson with Denver. Wow. What an exciting time for Bronco fans, Cowboy fans. It's out there. Listen to it. I mean, you guys always get hyped, so I'm not going to dive into that. Check out the NFL Gambling Podcast. Check out, Fantasy Football Gambling Podcast with the draft right around the corner. Also, the MLB Gambling Podcast. Still baseball season. And what else? What other sports are flying around right now? CFL. Check out the CFL Gambling Podcast. NBA Gambling Podcast. Go on and on and on. Golf Gambling Podcast. If you get the SGPN app, you'll have access to all of it. And one of the things I highly recommend, hopping in the Discord channel, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. We talk no matter the sport. You could be talking about a fucking karate match going on in New Delhi, and I'm sure we got that going on. All right, but we're always talking college football and college basketball in there. So hop in there, enjoy it. I think you'll dig it. All right, folks, can't wait for this matchup Friday night. This is the College Football Experience, TCU Colorado style. Let's go Buffs. You better start thinking about yours, and we out of here.
What the fuck did I do wrong, Tom?
They're begging us. Please have a party. Feed us drinks. Get us laid. Ow!
It's Division I football. It's a Big 12. It ain't intramurals.
You know what happened? Coaching, our coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in the second half. It sucked.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
Get my limousine, ride on 85, get my Learjet, woo, and take off to New Orleans.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.